We just witnessed the most terrifying thing about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and it's not their defense. It's not the fact that they have the best player in the world in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's not the fact that they have one of the best second options in the league in Jalen Williams, or having Alex Caruso on the team, or any of these other players. No, it is the fact that they can put BTA, and you guys should know what that means, to anyone without having to rely on the three-point shot, as they showed that tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves in round 3, game 1. It's the Western Conference Finals. All right. They just kind of dominated this game in the second half. First half, it was close. I won't lie. They had us in the first half. Okay. But that second half, the Thunder just turned everything around, from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace. Everyone just did something that impressed everyone in the Thunder fan base tonight. So we're going to break down the game, break down why they don't need the three-point shot, and also tell you guys why I'm wearing this awesome Oklahoma City Thunder headband here, because I want to feel like Alex Caruso a little bit, because he needs a statue at this point. All right, go ahead, give him the statue. He's only been here for 1 season, but I am sleeping this thing so I can kind of feel like Alex Caruso in some form of capacity, because I need what kind of aura he has that has been leading this Thunder team to the finals now. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. First, before that, though, I got to mention, I want to try to hit 4,000 subscribers before the Oklahoma City Thunder reach the finals, whether that's in a sweep here in just a few days, or if it's going to take 2 weeks to finish off the Minnesota Timberwolves. So if you guys enjoy the content, you find yourself coming back on a regular basis, and you want to support the channel, the best way to do so is just by hitting that subscribe button. With that out of the way, let's go ahead, get into talking about what happened in game 1 here. And like I mentioned, all right, Alex Caruso, first off, I love him to death, okay? I am glad he's on my team. I don't know how I watched Thunder basketball before without him being on the team. I don't know how. Same with Chet Holmgren. I don't know how I lived without watching him for a few months there. It is absolutely crazy, the impact that they have on this team. It is. It is absolutely wild. But let's go ahead, look at some box scores here. All right, let's look at some stats, okay? First, we'll start with the Timberwolves. This kind of shows the awesome defense that they play with, the Thunder play. Okay, Julius Randle, he had a great game, and I think he's going to have a good series in general against the Thunder. I don't think we necessarily have the best weapon, defensive player to stop him. We can force turnovers like we saw we did with him, 5 turnovers there, but he's going to make his shots. Okay, he can kind of go to work down low whenever he needs. Is good at driving, and he can knock down the 3-point shot. Now he's been a great addition for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He's going to have a good series, no matter. That's going to happen. But we can limit everyone else and prove that tonight. Only one other player scored in double digits, and that was Anthony Edwards. He didn't even get over 20. He had 18 points, was minus 23 from the field. Only went 3 of 8 from 3, 5 of 13 from the field there. Okay. Jaden McDaniels, he ended up fouling out, didn't do much offensively either. And honestly, defensively, he wasn't that much of a factor either. Rudy Gobert, he didn't play much at all, only 21 minutes. He had 2 fouls early there, but then barely saw the floor again. Mike Conley, he's getting up there in age where I don't really think he's a factor. I think that's the problem is, their second best defender, or if you want to say third best defender, Mike Conley, he's just super old now. Not really there. The bench is solid. You have Naz Reid, but he had a horrible game, and I feel like we have the perfect plan to stop him as well. Same with Dante DiVincenzo and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. All 3 of those guys coming off the bench, they're solid players. They've been great for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I just think this defense is built perfectly to stop the Timberwolves. We've only seen the Thunder play against the Timberwolves fully healthy one time before this game, and they ended up winning by a good margin. Every other game, the Thunder have had some key players injured. Alex Caruso and Cason Wallace were injured for the last game against the Minnesota Timberwolves in the regular season. That's not a good look at to kind of tell, hey, what's the matchup going to look like? We saw a good look at the matchup tonight when you look at these stats right here. When the Thunder are completely healthy, when they're fully healthy, they're the perfect team to stop the Timberwolves. They have the perfect matchup plan. The only player that's going to get his in that game would be Julius Randle. He proved that tonight. I just don't really think we have a true defensive player that can stop Julius Randle and his style of play. So that's that. As we can see, held them to 34% from the field as a team, 29% from 3. They shot 51 threes, which is absurd. They had 21 free throws there as well. They got to the free throw line almost the same amount of times as us. So solid there. They rebounded well. They just didn't pass very well. And they had 17 turnovers. We've been making teams turn over the ball so many times right now. Okay. Let's go and look at the Thunder stats now. Chet Holmgren came alive in that second half, 6 of 9 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3. He ended up finishing with 7 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks there. Great game from him. All right, great game. J-Dub, a great game from him as well. It looks like he's finally picking up now in the playoffs, which we really needed him to do after that bad second round, series he had there. 7-18 from the field, 1 of 2 from deep, perfect at the line, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 steals. 5 steals. I mean, hey, I don't know if any of you guys are JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fans, but man, this is what it looked like. It looked like he was using the hand the entire time to go ahead and take the ball away, take space away, and get that ball. All right. Anyways, back to the stats there. Sorry for that, horrendous reference. Isaiah Hartenstein, 6 of 8 from the field. He didn't play much in the second half, which will be talked about in a different video. I mean, I don't know why, but it worked. Maybe it's time to go away from double big against a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves, all right? But when he was in, he played solid. He's not hurt. I know that for sure. He's not hurt. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander could have shot better. 0 for 4 from the field, 10 of 27, or 0 for 4 from 3, 10 of 27 from the field. All right. He got to the free throw line a good amount of times, 14 times, knocked down 11 shots there. Ended up finishing with 31. He got 5 boards and 9 assists. He was passing the rock well. All right. Finding the open guy. Finished with 3 steals there as well. Only 2 turnovers, plus 22 there. Solid game. It's just, he's got to shoot just a tiny bit better, in my opinion. All right. Just a little bit better. And that's crazy. He got 31, and that's still a below average game, in my opinion. Dort played solid. Good defense. Knocked down a few shots here and there. All right. Off the bench, Kenrich Williams finally played substantial minutes in the playoffs, and I take back everything I ever said about him. All right. He balled out. He balled out. As you can see there, perfect from the field. 2 big-time threes and 3 boards there. He played great for us. Alex Caruso, you guys already know from when I said earlier in this video, the headband, how I wanted to build him a statue right there. 22 minutes, he went 3 of 4. 3 of 3 from deep, by the way. 3 boards, and played some great defense as well. Isaiah Joe, he only took 2 shots, knocked down 1 3, got 4 free throws, but somehow he finished with 8 rebounds. That's crazy. I would never thought of that. Isaiah Joe finishing with 8 rebounds. Okay. Aaron Wiggins, meh game. I'll be honest, meh. Cason Wallace, maybe he's going to start. You're looking at this right here. 33 minutes, 1 of 3 from the field, but yet he still had a plus 21 because of his defensive impact and his playmaking ability. 7 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal there. He played some great defense throughout the entire game as well, okay? Jalen Williams, J-Will, is the only player that did not play in this game, which is kind of surprising. However, they got up by that much. I would have liked to see him get some runs there, all right? But as a whole, this team played great. 50% from the field, 41 of 82. And they only shot 21 threes is the crazy thing. That's the terrifying thing about this team, all right? Shooting 21 threes and you still beat the other team by 26 points, that is crazy work. You don't see that. In a league that is dominated by the three-point shot, shooting 21 threes and beating a team, that is impressive. If they shot their average of close to 40 and they, knocked it down and they knocked down 11, still, that's a good, now, I don't want to say good clip, but, that's what they've been doing this season. They probably would have went 17 of 40, 18 of 40, and that would have just, opened up the lead even more. 26 free throws. They're getting the line a little bit more. I know Chris Finch is probably complaining about that right now. But hey, when you can draw fouls, when you get fouled all the time, it happens. It happens. We fouled the same amount of times as the Timberwolves, so you can't really complain about, oh my goodness, the free throw disparity, the foul disparity. No, fouled the same amount of times. All right. Like I mentioned, playmaking's been great. 27 assists, 46 rebounds, 13 steals, 3 blocks, and only 12 turnovers. We take that. Overall, fantastic game. Fantastic game. What I saw tonight from the Thunder, I have faith. I know I said Thunder in 6 before. I have faith that the Thunder could sweep the Timberwolves. I have faith in that. After what I saw how the team played, Cason Wallace playing great off the bench, potentially starting now, going away from double big, and it working against a team like the Timberwolves who have Gobert and Randall down low, and Naz Reid coming off the bench. That's impressive. Double big was working. It was doing fine, but even going away from it, we were a better team going smaller. I'll take that. All right. That shows we're improving. We're learning a little bit here. And look, we don't got to rely on it all the time like we did against the Denver Nuggets. That's what's terrifying. We're adapting, we're learning, and we're not relying on the three-point shot to beat teams. That's what's terrifying about this Thunder team. And if they do this every single game, they could win out and win the finals and not lose a single game the rest of the playoffs. I am dead serious about that. They could sweep the Pacers, they could sweep the Knicks, and they can sweep the Timberwolves right now if they continue playing how they did in this game. That's all I got for this video. Let me know who you think personally played the best for the Oklahoma City Thunder tonight in this big time win, and if you think that they can end up sweeping the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's all I got for this video. See you guys in the next one.